This is not the result we were looking for.
Note to self, don't decoupage napkins on black. It just doesn't work. But we never give up. So we're gonna sand this off and we're gonna be using a different product and a calendar to hopefully achieve the look that we're going for.
Don't worry, we'll show you how we got this far and then we'll show you how we fix it. So to start out, we're gonna remove all the hardware and I'm gonna fill these lines with Bondo. I'm using Bondo because it'll dry quick and give us a nice flat surface without this gap here to do the decoupage on.
So this dresser already has some authentic battle damage here on the front. And if I just paint over it, you're gonna see like the ridges from where my kids literally took something and scraped it off. So I'm just gonna take 220 and sand it smooth so that way the paint finish doesn't reflect the previous battle damage. So the boys' bedroom is all gonna be black and white with pops of Star Wars, so that way I get a little bit of farmhouse and a little bit of Star Wars, so mama's happy and the boys are happy. So first things first, this is gonna get a new paint job in Little Black Dress. This is almost empty, but might be enough to get one good coat. It's already black, so it shouldn't take much to get this thing covered. So I'm using my Paint Pixie synthetic brush and I'm taking it and it's got these really deep lines, so I'm kind of pushing the paint in the lines because last time I think I gave up and didn't get it down in there, but it's doing pretty good at getting way deep down into the detail. Perfection isn't needed because we're going to distress it anyways, but
so this hardware is going to go away. We'll keep it and use it on something else or donate it. I don't know. We've got some fun hardware we're going to be using on here once we get the decoupage done. So I'm using all-purpose Bondo. It's sandable in about 15 minutes if you use the cream hardener. I've tried it without using the cream hardener and I feel like it never dries out. So use the hardener that it comes with. So I'm just gonna mix it up with a putty knife. Very important, make sure you're using a respirator. This stuff smells terrible and it's not good for you. So to get started, you just want to mix this up. It doesn't take too long, but once it's mixed with the cream hardener, even that little amount, it dries out in about 5 minutes and then it's sandable in about 15, so you got to work pretty fast. I've got 4 drawers. I'm going to try to get all of them filled. Anything that's not flush, I'll just sand off pretty quick. It's very sandable. I usually just use a scrap piece of wood to mix it on and then throw it away when I'm done. Time to sand them. You're going to definitely want to keep that respirator on and also earmuffs, some kind of eye protection. Sometimes this stuff can fling places if it just chunks off or it's thick and you don't want to get that in your eye.
okay, so the next step after Zeb has painstakingly filled all the holes, filled the crack in the middle, is we're just gonna go ahead and give them a coat of Little Black Dress, and once that dries, we'll be ready to distress the piece and then start on the Star Wars.
Painstakingly? It was pretty easy.
Oh, okay, well, whatever. You said it was gonna be difficult.
It was just going to be more work to fill that line in. I initially did not want to fill in the line, but
it's going to look a lot better.
It'll be all right with the decoupage. It'll be better.
It's going to get rid of the mid-century modern, which is what this dresser is.
So I'm out here on the front porch braving the snow to do a little bit of distressing. What you didn't see in the garage when I was doing the Bondo is there's a huge white dresser all painted white waiting to get distressed and sealed that we're painting for a friend, and I do not want to get black powdery pigment all over that or inside the house, so I'm on the front porch. Back out to the garage. I'm gonna go ahead and get this sprayed with the Sweet Pickins top coat, and then that should even out the colors where we did the decoupage. Once that's dry, we'll put knobs on it and be good to go. And here's a quick peek of that big dresser I was talking about earlier that I don't want to get black dust all over. We're gonna take a pause here. This is not the result we were looking for.
Note to self, don't decoupage napkins on black. It just doesn't work.
All right, so I'm not really gonna worry about taking the whole decoupage off. I just need it to be smooth so we can go back over this. So Jami is just putting another quick coat over the top so we don't have any variation in sheen or anything like that, and everything looks uniform.
So in an effort to make this go quicker, I'm just gonna wet distress the edges on this rather than re-distressing the entire drawer, because I'm pretty much ready after the mess up to have this project finished. I don't know if you ever get like that, but comment below if you've ever had a project that didn't turn out and you just wanted to be finished, because that's where I'm at right now. It's just a damp rag, and I'm just gonna run it across the edge, and basically anywhere where it was previously distressed is going to come back because we already sealed it. So it's just gonna take off that top layer of paint.
So initially, once the napkins didn't work, we were thinking wrapping paper. So we went to several different stores looking for wrapping paper.
Or a poster.
Yeah, or a poster. We couldn't find a good poster that we liked that would fit on all 4 drawers. So we found this calendar, which I'm actually really excited about. It's a solo calendar, which is one of my favorite movies that's been done for Star Wars since Disney has owned them.
The nice thing about having a calendar is we're gonna get plenty of graphics for our drawers, but then we'll take the leftover pictures and we're gonna frame them for a gallery wall. So 2 projects, 1 calendar. We bought this for under $10 at Walmart. We'll look and see if we can find you some links for calendars, and we'll drop them below in case you don't have access to one of these where you live. So once you've picked your image, you wanna place it so you know where it's going. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off of there. And then I'm using DIY liquid patina. We chose to use liquid patina because it's thicker and it's a decoupage medium. It's also a top coat. This is definitely my decoupage medium of choice if I need something thicker to hold my piece on. And because we're using a calendar, we definitely need the thickness. So we used top coat with the napkins because it's thinner, but in this case we needed thickness. You're gonna wanna make sure that you've got your poster lined up. And when you do, you're just gonna smooth it out, let that dry, and then we're gonna come back and do another coat across the top, as well as going across the entire drawer so that way our sheen is the same. You can even take and use a brayer to smooth out your image. I couldn't do this with the napkins because the napkins will rip, but this is nice and thick, so it works pretty well. So this is already set for a few minutes, and I'm just gonna come through and put another coat of the liquid patina over the top, and I'm being careful to not go across the edge where the paint is. I'm trying hard because you can reactivate that paint and it will dirty your image. We are going to distress this to give it a little bit of a uniform look, so perfection is not needed. All right, first one done. The next step is we're gonna go ahead and sand off this excess paper on the edge. Then we'll put 1 more coat of liquid patina, let that dry completely, and then we're gonna distress our images a little bit, and we'll be ready to put the last final coat of sealer on. You'll notice that when it dries, it sucks it down. There are still a few bubbles. One of the things that we noticed, and we'll give you a tip, if you put the coat underneath, put it down, get as many bubbles out, then walk away, and then put the top coat on, you'll get less bubbling because then your paper's not getting so wet all at once. But I have never found a way to have absolutely no bubbling, so you just have to embrace it. Once you see the dresser coming through, you know to stop and the excess piece will fall apart. We find this is much easier to do it this way than trying to measure ahead of time because you're always, well, at least we are, always off a little bit, so this allows us to be perfectly straight. The next part on this, we're going to be distressing it. One of the things that's going to happen is some of the black powder will get on our image, and that's okay. I feel like that's really going to help blend it together and not make it look so much like here's a poster or here's the calendar and here's the paint. And it's also going to give it a nice aged look and kind of hide the fact that we had still some bubbles and stuff underneath. Give it a little bit of a farmhouse Star Wars look. So I'm steering clear of the middle part of his face because you don't really want to distress somebody's face because that looks weird, but everywhere else I'm just going to run over, and I'm also going to distress the rest of the drawer.
What do you think, Jack? Is this turning out cool?
Yeah, it is.
When we distressed it, we removed a little bit of top coat, so I'm just going to put one final liquid patina as a top coat on here, and then this dresser will be ready for knobs and we're done.
So this hardware is from Amazon. It's the cheapest place we've found for pulls like this. I'm just using my combination square to kind of line these up where I need to, so I've measured that out, and I'm just going to drill 2 little pilot holes for the screws. There's just some Phillips screws that go in here. So, I always learn best when I mess things up, and we messed this up a bunch. So if at first you don't succeed, try, and try again.
And eventually realize that done is better than perfect sometimes. We're not selling this piece that's going in our boys' room. They absolutely already love it, and I actually think it was a happy mistake because I much prefer these images over the napkins, even if the napkins had turned out the way we wanted. I love the large graphic images, plus now we've got extra ones that we're gonna frame out, so it's gonna tie that farmhouse Star Wars theme all together. Definitely don't try to decoupage napkins over dark paint. If you want to achieve this look, be sure to go to jamirayvintage.com and pick up some little black dress, top coat, or liquid patina. In this case, if you're going to be using something thick, you'll just need liquid patina. It works great as a decoupage medium as well as a sealer for your piece.
So, you know, the mashup between Star Wars and farmhouse with the mid-century square lines on this, I feel like it works. We distressed it, the boys are going to beat it up more, and it's going to look great for a lot of years to come.
Make sure you hit that notifications button and share this video with all your friends. If you're not a Star Wars fan, you can definitely take these tips and tricks and create a look all of your own. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.